Hey, I feel like I should do a little bit of a life update, so that's what we're gonna do while I do my makeup. Okay. First of all, my bad. How y'all doing? Good? I hope. I'm alright. You know, scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a 8.5, 9. Clearly, I'm still in Mobile and I'm ready to move, not gonna lie. And it's not even like a, oh, I hate it, I'm so ready to move, oh, I hate living with my mama. It's not even all that, for real. Moving back in with my mama is not as bad as I thought it would be. However, I do feel like I'm living in a stimulation right now. Mobile. We outgrew Mobile a long time ago. That's why we moved in the first place. We outgrew the girl. And when we came back, she was still where I left her. And not only was she still where I left her, my friends ain't here. My friends left too, because they also outgrew the girl. I feel like I'm in the game and I'm on like level 10, trying to get to level 11. And I keep getting close, but then it's just one thing, one instruction that I'm missing. And I keep getting, can't get past it. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's how life period feels for me right now. Not just Mobile, but life period. Because it's like, I know where I'm going. I guess I know what I need to do to get there. But it's something in the way that's stopping me from going. It's something in the way that's stopping me from getting there. And maybe it's me, but I don't know. Because I've been trying to figure it out. I be feeling like I got it right here. And then it just slipping through my fingers all the time. Maybe that was a little dramatic, but that's just how I feel. And I wish I could say I miss Houston, because I don't. Which is how I know it was time for me to leave. I was so sad to go. I really was so sad to go. And I do miss my friends. I miss the people. I miss the vibe, sure. But I don't miss it the way that I thought I would. Which is how I know it's time for me to go. However, there are so many other things that's letting me know it's time for me to go from here too. You know? When I think about my Houston move, I think about how when I first moved to Houston, I met this girl. It's this app called Reflex where you could pick up retail jobs. It's like Uber for retail jobs, honestly. Like if they need somebody to come in, they'll put it in on the app and you accept the job. I met this girl. She was from New Jersey, I think, and she was like, oh, you just moved here? I did too, yada. And she was like, how long you plan on living here? And I was like, you know what, honestly, I don't know, girl. Houston felt like a stop, not a destination. For me to say that in the beginning and then be so sad and frustrated when I had to move is crazy, because girl, you knew what was coming. You knew. I feel like I said this before, but I do feel like I'm in the waiting room waiting on my name to be called. And like the names they calling sound so similar to Olivia, but it's not Olivia. It's somebody Olivia, but it ain't this Olivia, you know? Or they call my name and it's like, but you gotta fill out this paperwork before the doctor can see you. Okay, let me fill it out. Here you go, girl. Here you go. And then I go back, I'm like, okay, I'm next. Then they'll be like, Olivia, oh, but we need your insurance card. Oh, you need my ID too? You need my copay too? Because I got it. Whatever you need, baby, I can give it to you. But then it's like, oh, but you still gotta wait. That's how life feel right now. I feel like I got a carrot and I'm a horse and I can't get the carrot. And this is how we cope. You know what it really feel like? A slingshot. Because you know, you gotta pull the slingshot back. And the further you pull it, the further it go when you let it go. I'm the little thing that's in the slingshot right now. And I'm just waiting on the let go. Clearly we feeling real cute right now. We got too many analogies. But y'all, we going for it soon. I can feel it. It ain't gonna be long. I'm also doing the techniques that I did in my last, I don't know when I'm posting this, one of my last makeup videos to see if I like it. I finally hit 50 subscribers. I actually have a little bit more than 50 subscribers. I think I have like 55, which is crazy, guys. I've been doing this since 2024 and I just hit 50 some subscribers, which is fine. I get it. We had to grow. We had to grow to make it here. And honestly, 50 is a lot. Imagine walking into a room with 50 people and having to do a presentation. That's a lot of people. Imagine 50 something people coming up to you and saying, hey, that's a lot of people. And shout out to all 50 something of y'all. I also plan on going to get a bartending job this week to finally live out my bartending dreams. To know me is to know. I have wanted to be a bartender since undergrad. Why haven't I done it yet? I don't know. I could have had all the experience in the world by now. Ain't got one. Unless you count mixing drinks at the pregame. So yeah, I am going to find a bartender job this week. Where? I don't know. We gonna figure it out. It's this one place. I called them. The number was disconnected. I drove by. I wasn't planning on stopping through. I drove by. Wasn't nobody outside, but the hour said that was open, but I ain't see no cars. I need to go somewhere where there's people there every day, not just on no Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I need them there from Sunday to Sunday. We gonna see if we actually get the job. Yeah, I be applying the job. They don't be trying to accept the girl. I don't. They say no. Another kind of life update. I did apply to a Mini One PhD program. and I did not get in. And you know what's crazy? When I didn't get in, I was kind of relieved. I was applying for the wrong reasons. I'm not gonna lie. I was applying for the accolades. And it's not that I wasn't passionate about it, but I didn't really want to do it. I was thinking about getting my PhD straight up out of undergrad. I said, girl, you don't need no PhD. I did my master's and I was content with just the master's. But then as I got through my master's program, which, you know, you get your advisors and you get your professors and my supervisor for my practicum, some way somehow they convinced me that I needed to get a PhD. I still didn't want one, but I applied because people kept saying you need a PhD. If you know, you know, with the psychology field, it's you can't really do, it's a lot, okay? I was looking at schools and there were schools that caught my eye, but then there was this one school that really caught my eye. And I was like, well, if I do any program and if I do any type of research, my life's work, ultimately my life's work, I could see myself doing it here, right? I'm applying to this one school, and if I get in, great, it was meant to be. And if I don't get in, great, it was meant to be. Because whatever happened, it was meant to be. Applications were due the day before my graduation, so what, the 4th maybe? Y'all, I turned in that application December 4th, 9:00 p.m. and I was missing my undergraduate transcript. So clearly, subconsciously, I didn't want to do it. After I submitted, I was already like, yeah, it was just fun, clearly, because you're not getting no call back. The only reason that I went ahead and sent in the application is because the people who wrote the recommendations for me took the time to write the recommendation. I didn't want to waste their time. Then it was like January, I guess, and I got an email saying that I was about to interview date, and I was like, oh snap, I wasn't expecting this. So I was like, I guess I'm going to get my PhD, maybe, possibly. And then I was like, oh, I would really like to live in this city, so whether I get this PhD or not, whether I get accepted or not, that's where I'm moving to, which is where I plan on moving to, you know what I'm saying? So I prepped for the interview. I honestly didn't start prepping until like a week before the interview, not gonna lie, but it worked out because I did have really great interviews. I did get in though. But it was a good experience, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed talking to the people that I talked to, made friends, whatever. But y'all, it took them so long to send me my rejection. The day of the interview, they had like a presentation about like the process. And it was like, we plan on sending offer letters within a week. And if not a week, 2 weeks. Y'all, I did the interview February, the Friday before Valentine's Day. A month went by, I said, dang, I ain't heard back from school. Another month went by, I ain't heard back from school. Another month went by. Between all the months, I didn't really care. Like, I cared about it, but I wasn't really caring about it, if that makes sense. I was preparing to get my PhD, but in the back of my head, I was like, dang, that's a lot of work. I really don't want to do this. But if I get in, I guess I'm supposed to do it. That was literally my thought process. I remember one time I was in the shower. That's when I get my best praying time, in the shower. And I was in the shower and I was praying about my goals. Like, Lord, let this happen, make this happen, yada, 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 yada. And then I ended the prayer. I said, amen. And then I was like, maybe I should pray that I get into school. Like, what happened to that? You was praying before the interview, but you stopped praying about it. But you've been praying about this 10, 15, 20, 30 years, your whole life. This ain't like you. This ain't, usually when you want something, you praying about it till you get it. Or until you don't want it no more. Or something. When I realized that I wasn't praying about getting in, and I wasn't as worried about getting in, like, I was preparing, but I was still like, but I really don't want to do this. I kept thinking about it, and I was like, I really don't want to get a PhD. I'm tired of school. I'm tired of academic pressure. I thrive off academic validation. I'm really good at school. I love to learn, but I don't want to do this. But when I finally realized, like, yeah, you really don't want this, and that's okay. It is okay. Like, no one's forcing you. When a month passed, I said maybe I should email them, but then something was like, no, don't email them. They know, yada yada yada. Then finally, I texted my best friend. I was like, would it be crazy if I just emailed them and say, what's the status of my application? He basically said, nah, I'll do it. Yeah, it's been long enough, do it. So I emailed them, you know, all professional. Hey girl, checking on my application status, yada yada yada. The lady emailed me back, oh, since we didn't have your transcript, we didn't necessarily have your application, but you didn't get in. Please don't think that's why you didn't get in, but you didn't get in. And I was like, cool. I got that email. I was like, I don't have to get my PhD, which is crazy because if I would have got in, I would have felt obligated to do it. So no PhD for me, and I'm okay with that, honestly. My best friend was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm actually fine. We stopping at master's and I'm content. What I want to do for real don't even require no PhD. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future, like when I'm like 30 something, 40 something, you know, I could always go back to school. And then it was like, it's a lot of stuff that I want to do that I'm not willing to put on the back burner for school. I'm tired of sacrificing for school. Speaking of masters, y'all, I still ain't got my degree in the mail. I need to check on that. Okay, friends, I am done with my makeup. The verdict is in. I do like this contour placement. But anyway, guys, those are my life updates. When am I moving? Soon. Am I getting my doctorate? No. What am I working on? Myself. What am I doing? the most. My hands look like this, so his can look like this. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more. Bye, y'all.